A woman who fled a small German town as a teenager to join ISIS in Syria will go on trial today accused of aiding crimes against humanity. Leonora Messing was just 15 when she fled her home in Sangerhausen, Germany, and became a high-profile jihadi bride. Messing reached Raqqa, then the de facto capital of ISIS in Syria in 2015, before wedding fellow German national and extremist Martin Lemke, also known as Nihad Abu Yasir. Her father, Maik Messing, 49, revealed his shock at his radicalized daughter's decision to join a deadly terror group when he penned the book Leonora in 2019. He revealed that just days after she vanished he received a text message saying Leonora chose Allah and Islam and had arrived in the Caliphate. Messing, now aged 21, is in the dock in the eastern German city of Halle on suspicion that she and her ISIS husband enslaved a Yazidi woman in Syria in 2015. The behind-closed-doors trial, scheduled to last until at least mid-May, will also try Messing on charges of membership of a terrorist organization and weapons law violations. Her high-profile case has dominated conversations across her homeland, with Germans questioning how a teenage girl from a tiny town could fall into the hands of the Islamist cause. Prosecutors allege Messing was part of a human trafficking operation for the Islamic State, after her husband bought and later sold a 33-year-old Yazidi woman for an alleged £647. After fleeing her home for the ISIS-controlled region of Syria in March 2015, the then-teenager reached Raqqa and became a high-profile IS bride. Leonora would spy on German IS women during their Islam lessons in the city to then report back to their husbands about how they were settling in. And despite this, she even kept in contact with her family in Germany and often told her father about the gold jewelry she received on her wedding day, the war in Syria, the horrors of the ISIS, as well as everyday things like baking bread. Leonora would later give birth to 2 girls, but would be detained in a Kurdish controller camp in northern Syria following the fall of ISIS during the civil war. Leonora said she twice tried to flee but was caught each time by her husband, before admitting she made a big mistake and pleaded to return to her old life in Germany. In December 2020, she was controversially repatriated in one of 4 operations bringing 54 people, most of them children, back to Germany despite reluctance from many European governments in accepting the return of terrorists. Although she was arrested upon her arrival at Frankfurt Airport, Messing was later released. Germany has repeatedly been ordered by its courts to repatriate the wives and children of jihadists. Messing's father, a baker from the German village of Breitenbach, only learned his daughter had converted to a radical brand of Islam after opening her abandoned computer and reading her journal after her disappearance. Pictures taken just a month before Leonora fled showed the teenager in a warm embrace with her father, Maik. She was a good student, Messing told regional broadcaster MDR in 2019. She used to go to a retirement home to read to the elderly. She took part in Carnival as a majorette. That was when a lot of the people we know saw her for the last time. Messing had been living a double life and was visiting, apparently without her parents' knowledge, a mosque in the western city of Frankfurt that was in the crosshairs of Germany's domestic intelligence service. She is among the more than 1,150 Islamists who left Germany from 2011 for Syria and Iraq, according to government findings. Her case has attracted particular scrutiny due to her young age, and because her father agreed to be followed for 4 years by a team of reporters from public broadcaster NDR. As part of the report, he made public thousands of messages he continued to exchange with his daughter, offering rare insights into daily life under his, but also eventually her attempts to break free. A Berlin tribunal had demanded in October 2019 that a German woman and her 3 children be brought back, arguing that the minors were traumatized and should not be separated from their mother. There are an estimated 61 Germans still in camps in northern Syria, as well as around 30 people with a link to Germany, according to official estimates. A German court in November issued the first ruling worldwide to recognize crimes against the Yazidi community as genocide, in a verdict hailed by activists as a historic win for the minority. The Yazidis, a Kurdish-speaking group hailing from northern Iraq, have for years been persecuted by IS militants who have killed hundreds of men, raped women and forcibly recruited children as fighters.